Right, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a 2-litre ES Cr-V. This particular car's, as you can see there on the 10 plate, 2010, facelift version, fitted with the high level rear spoiler, which was an option, and obviously this grey metallic paint, which is an option as well. 63,000 miles covered on the car, and a very, very nice car indeed, it really is. Let's come around the front of the car first. Lenses, there's no cracks in those at all. Front bumper very clean, hardly a mark of any note in there at all. Bonnet itself commendably free of much stone chipping. There's a few obviously, but generally very clean indeed. It does have a little touch in, you can see on there, chap's done previously, but obviously at least it's been done by the chap. And then down the near side of the car, very clean in the panels, there's no indentations at all down the side that I can see. Come to the front first. Alloy on the near side there, very clean indeed, new style alloys on this later version of course. Two brand new front tyres fitted to this car as part of the preparation of the vehicle, which probably says it in the advert as well, but the panels on this side very good indeed. Only the odd minor little blemish which you're going to pick up on the sort of near side of the car in particular, little brush marks which you get, but they'll easily polish out. And then offside there, so near side rear alloy completely clean. And then to come around the back of the car, lovely angle with this. It's a very subtle spoiler on the top there, but it really does change the dynamic of the car. Very, very, very good looking car, these. And then around the back of the vehicle itself, a bit of water, all very, very clean and tidy. And around to the off side of the car, again as with the near side, very clean on the panels there, no indentations. Side rear alloy completely clear, clean, and the remains of the panels very, very good indeed. Let's come to the final alloy on the front here, exceptionally clean, but overall for a car that's what, 8 years old now, it's in very, very nice condition. Coming to the back of the car, you can see there it's got its full complement of equipment, tonneau cover and a middle shelf there as well. Tonneau cover just retracts back in the normal way. There you've got this middle shelf on top here as well. You can, they just flip up by the way. If you don't want them in there, because I've never found a great use for them, turn them upside down and then place them in here, so you've got the recess is exactly the same shape as the middle shelf itself, and then it doesn't rob you of any boot space and keeps it good. The plastic's back here in very, very good order. Coming to the back of the car now, you can see just how much rear legroom these Cr-Vs have. It's virtually limousine length. Adults can sit very comfortably in the back. You've got the half leather interior on these latest Cr-Vs as well, which has been kept in very nice condition back here. Coming to the front now, passenger door card very clean and tidy. Footwell area is all very, very nice indeed. And the passenger seat on the front there, not been given much use at all in all honesty. So sat inside the car now, engine's running through the section of the video so you can see the dashboard illuminated throughout. Dashboard itself is in beautiful, beautiful condition. If you don't already know, sure you do. Inside here, you get a USB lead, which obviously will charge your phone and play music off your phone if you've got them stored. But it's been kept in really, really lovely condition in here, it really has. Going down the centre here, all the little recesses, very, very nice. Heated seats again on these later versions as well, which is really nice. Just to come into the dashboard, hopefully you can see 63,441 miles, and apart from a low fuel light, there's no warning lights on the car at all. But it's been kept very, very, very well. Just to quickly show you, owner's manual pack, and very importantly, lock and wheel nut key is here and present with the car. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Honda Cr-V 2-litre ES. This particular car is registered SV10NCY. Mileage at the start of the road test is 63,427 miles. Reason for doing the road test is so customers of ours, or potential customers, actually get to see the car we're advertising in operation. We've got basically customers now coming from all over the UK and mainland Europe to buy our cars, and we feel it's right that the least we can do is to actually show you the car working. The road test is also done on the same very, very quiet country roads close to our premises, so obviously will be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive on the vehicle. So coming to the car itself, engine is always a good place to start. Wonderful engines, these 2-litre VTECs. It's because this is the facelift, the 2010 car, they gave it better refinement, extra sound deadening, etc. And it's a very, very smooth car indeed. Typical Honda engine, very eager to rev, obviously starts absolutely instantly. It settles to completely smooth, even idle, and pulls absolutely beautifully through the entire rev range. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, and the car's been running over for well over an hour now, and that's exactly where it should be on a Honda car, whether it be a petrol or a diesel. Engine then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch is smooth, easy acting. Bite point is exactly where it should be on the car as well, so all in very fine order there. Gearbox on the vehicle is an absolute masterpiece, 6-speed gearbox of course, but it's just the quality of the gear change. It's short in throw, it's got a really lovely precise action to it. It feels wonderfully mechanical, even though it's actually got a cable running from the gear lever to the gearbox. How Honda do it, I don't know, because it's got, you know, the gearbox that you'd happily find in another manufacturer's sports car. It's that good, and I can't find any wear in it at all. It selects every gear absolutely perfectly. So let's wait here for this chap. There we go, very nice of him. But the gear change, as I said, what Honda do so well is the little springing on the gears, between the gears, second to third, fourth to fifth, etc. It just finds its way home each and every time. It's a gearbox that adds to the driving pleasure of the car. It really does. Steering on the car, which has always been a strong point, especially on this era of Cr-V, the last of the truly mechanical steering systems on cars, where they, like a lot of manufacturers, they've gone to electric power steering for good reason, for lots of reasons, I guess. But what modern systems can't do is just have that lovely weight about them that these have. This is just a brilliantly set up steering system on the car. It makes the car feel actually heavier than it is, which is lovely. That's not to say it's heavy to drive, because it isn't at all, but it just makes the car feel lovely and solid and secure on the road, and it really inspires confidence. And it's perfectly tuned to the chassis of the vehicle as well. I can't detect any wear at all through the steering. It's all absolutely spot on. It feels tight as a drum. Tracks bullet straight. There's absolutely no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel either. Certainly up to the legal limit at the speeds at which I'm allowed to drive the car. Chassis on the car, what I'm looking out for on these test drives is just any kind of noises coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't be there, any kind of sort of clattering or noises sort of thudding away, but there's nothing. They've done a brilliant job on it as well, Honda. It's a very, very comfortable car to ride in. It absorbs most of the bumps very well indeed. But what it doesn't do, compared to some manufacturers, it doesn't kind of pitch and wallow through the corners in the same way. And that's really good, particularly for the rear seat passengers. And I've had tons and tons and tons of CR-Vs, and I've got particularly sort of car seat prone kids, and they never ever suffer in these cars. So, but yeah, very, very, very well judged car. So I'm going to give the brakes a little bit of a shove when I go around the corner here. Yeah, brakes, the nice solid brake pedal there. Again, what I'm looking for on the brake pedal is just any kind of pulsing or vibrations that come back up through the car, and see if there's any when it brakes, does it pull left, right, or otherwise. But this one doesn't. It's exactly as it should be. looking around inside the vehicle, it's in really lovely condition. These later models, 2010 models, benefited from a sort of whole host of improvements, obviously, which I've mentioned, but including which was the plastics around here and up there were improved so they're more scratch resistant. You get a USB lead in the little cubby hole up here as well, which you can charge your phone and play music through this stereo as well. But it's a wonderful dashboard to sit behind. Brilliantly built, of course. There's no squeaks, no rattles, no buzz trims in these cars. It feels rock solid. It really does. But it's just blissfully easy to operate as well. You've got a huge radio CD there, which is just a child could use and master in 2 seconds flat. All the buttons have a high quality precision to them. They're really lovely to use. Main dashboard directly in front, doddle to assimilate all the information, all the readouts working exactly as they should as well, but everything just has that lovely looked after look to it. It really does. For those that don't know, and as I always say, I'm sure you probably do, it's probably why you're looking at the car, these are four-wheel drive vehicles. Although Honda very quickly worked out that the vast majority of people buying these cars would be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, just driving on a perfectly normal road. And so why have permanent four-wheel drive where you've got all four wheels being driven constantly? What that does is obviously use up more fuel. It puts extra pressure on sort of tyre pressure, chews up the tyres more readily than this system. But also, puts a lot of extra mechanical wear on the vehicle as well. This basically is brilliant. If you start to spin the front wheels, let's say you're on a sort of going across a sort of muddy field or in snow, the rear wheels automatically kick in to give you four-wheel drive, and it's utterly seamless. No buttons to press. And I've used it many times in very tough conditions, and it's always got me through. It's very effective, and it turns off instantly as soon as it doesn't need it anymore. And its simplicity then gives it reliability, which is why they're so tough, and we just don't have any issues with them at all. But a wonderful car, it really is. As I said at the start of the video, the point is to pick up on any issues, no matter how small they might be. But driving the car around there now, it just drove absolutely beautifully. If you've got any questions about the car, don't hesitate, please do give us a call, and I'll happily answer any questions you might have.